This year's headliner was Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish. Yeah, he was the big dude this year. So what happens is when they come to this town, they get their picture taken, they put their hand in cement, and they have their foot all around the little town. So it's like a little Hollywood star in merit here, which is kind of cool. Brought down because it was July 12th weekend. So small little town, but big in logging. You'll see we're going to pass a big logging place. Fishing. Okay. Part of the First Nations that live here. Okay, they're part of the. You'll see a lot of indigenous stuff here in this little town. There you go, Cruiser's Car Show.
Oh wow, look at all.
Look at that.
So many in there. Over there.
And we got time. Are they?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, okay. Sue just said that they're on Vancouver Island tomorrow, so they're obviously hitting up. Maybe they'll be on your ferry later today. Who knows?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, look at that. There's some fun cars there, hey? Along on the number 5, which is the Coquihalla. If you were to go back to the Highway 1, it goes through the canyon, which is to our north. You would join this road up here called Highway 8, and that would take you to Highway 1. And they all end up in Hope, which is where our next stop is going to be. Both Highway 3, Highway 5, Highway 1, and then it all merges into Highway 1 again. There you go, look on the right hand side, right here. See? There's one of those little, little hall of stars, famous stars. Brick wall just behind the light standard. You'll see when we turn, there's another one there. So that's what they do. They prop them up beside, outside of buildings. Yeah, it's right out about. You'll see when we turn the corner to the left. So it's a small little town. It was trying to start off as a little mining town, coal mining town. Have a look at the old hotel down there. See that?
Yeah.
Nicola Valley.
Yeah, it's like an old little western
Center.
town is what it looks like. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't go up there. And when they were here, some buildings actually, so Garth Brooks has a whole mural on the side of the wall, so does Keith Urban.
Where's he from? Yeah, sure.
Some island, middle of something.
Yeah,
Like that.
like a big old.
Yeah. Okay. So just a small little town. The main little town part is in there. Small little western town. Nice little area to come and visit. A nice stop in between Vancouver and Kamloops. It's kind of right in the middle. So it makes it for a good little stop.
That's Conless Hotel.
Here you go. Here's the Forest pulp mill here. So all the logging trucks. See how small the trees are here? Right there are the small trees that are in this area. When we get further west, when you start seeing logging places, the trees are massive compared to these. This is a sawmill plant.
It's like twigs.
Vestali.
Yep.
Okay. That should be sent to you.
Thank
All right. Down in the valley, you see the little campsites down there?
Yeah.
People, there's cars and stuff. We'll see it when we get up here. Hold on, just move past these trees.
Yeah.
So that whole mountainside is the party.
Wow.
Okay, and then they call that area down the bottom where those cars are Camp C, and that is where you go if you're like 19 to 26 and you just want to party and who cares about the music. Till Monday. Okay, so the music starts on Thursday evening. All right, so that's the Music Mountain Festival. To go to it costs not bad, about $280. Not bad, but you got to bring your own food and campsites and do all that. But not bad to listen to music for 4 days outside festival. Yeah. Sorry.
$50,000 usually people come to festival.
There's not a lot of sleeping that goes on at that point. This was in 2021. Okay, 2021. Yeah. Yeah, it happened so we had super long, hot summer. This happened and it burnt right until November. Okay, now, can you see all these logs?
Yeah.
This is from the problem we had with the floods. So this highway flooded as well. Okay, and that happened in right in November of 20. It was all up on this side and it hopped the fence. As you can see, all the new fencing has got all new posts. So they had to replace this. So they actually closed this road because of the fire. I drove through here when it was, yeah, it was smoldering until November. Have a look on your right hand side, but you can see, look at the ground already.
Yeah.
Okay, that's in 2 years. Okay, about this, it was in August. The fire was in August.
So it looks as good as some of the ones that were 20 years ago.
Yeah, and you know why? Because the growing time is longer here.
Yeah.
When we were in those other spots where you saw those forest fires,
Yeah.
right? It's very small growing time because of the snow and ice. You don't get that here. Okay. We're actually, the reason this is a desert is because we're we're in the rain shadow. You'll see when we get to the western slopes of the coastal mountain range. This is the rain shadow. That's why they don't get much moisture in this part. Side, and then it jumped away over the other side, and that's when it spread. Now, this highway also has the pipeline going through it. So this is where all the construction is on the left-hand side. And then coming up, we're going to go over the first bridge that was washed out. Okay, because look at the riverbed. Look how it's all changed and all the junk and trees and everything. This was all flooded in this area. And what happened was they saw, this is going to be closed for a minimum of a year and a half, 18 months. But a very big company, construction company, stepped up and said, you know what, we'll have it open in 10 days. And they did. They had it open for temporary bridges, it wasn't open for vehicles, it was open for trucks. Okay, because this is a main corridor for trucking. Okay, and then they eventually opened it to the vehicles as well. So the detour that we had to do this run from Kamloops to Vancouver was about a 4.5 hours. Now, not to mention that, you had all the cars going that way. So there was a few times where they were stuck, in little towns for 9-10 hours it would take us, and then you run out of your hours for driving for a commercial vehicle. So it was a real big headache, but however, the company stepped up and had this road open in 10 days, something like that? Yeah, 10 or 12 days, something like that. Here's one of the first bridges that washed out, and it's the whole bridge with it. Yeah, so they just opened this one. It's still temporary on this side, but this whole bridge. So what happened was all the trees that were washed in created all the pressure against the pillars of the bridges. So there you go. They just opened that one about a week ago, and this one still has to be redone. Okay, that was all by the power of the water of the floods. Then they had to rebuild all the riverbanks. So you'll see lots of rocks. They actually, what they did is they recycled everything. So when we get off of the highway, I'll point out what they did is they took away a mountain and chipped it into rocks and boulders for the river. Yeah, that's what they did. So we'll see that a little bit later. Everybody here called the bigwig saying, look at a wonderful highway, it's back open again. So this used to be a toll highway. Okay, so it cost $7 for a car. And it was $20 for a truck or a motor or a van. Yeah, each way. Okay. So what happened was they had this in place for about 10 years. Okay, maybe a little long, 12 years. And then what happened? A new government got voted in, and they said, no more tolls. And it happened on a Friday afternoon at about 4 o'clock. All of a sudden, it opened up and there was no tolls. So people were happy. Now, people would think, well, that's fantastic. Well, when they had the tolls, the highway took care of the highway.
Yeah.
So the maintenance was excellent. As soon as they got rid of the tolls, they went to a private company who can't keep up with the salting, sanding, and plowing. It wasn't as good. So that's why we've had so many problems since. The government has finally stepped in this last winter and said, listen, we need to get this right. So they really made it, made the company that they've hired now to do it has to be on their game. Because this highway can snow any day of the year. You can have snow on here any day of the year. Not good, not good. Especially to drive this highway in this winter from November 1st till April 30th. You have to have snow tires or all-season tires that have a little snowflake on them, meaning that they can be driven in the snow. And if you are a commercial vehicle, you must carry chains for all those months. And if you go through a scale and you don't have those chains, they won't let you go until you go buy some chains. Yeah. Okay? And you have to obey the signs. If it says chain up, you got to get underneath your truck in the deep snow and chain up. Okay?
4,080. Like, but it's maybe snow. Could be glaciers.
Very good question or observation. The water is clear. You know why? Because there's no rock flour or like no silt in it. So that's why it's clear water instead of either murky or blue or green. Because it's not coming from the glaciers. This is coming from the top of the mountains with snow melting. Took out the whole highway here. Right around this corner, have a look. There we go.
Wow.
This was all taken out by the road, by the river. This whole road on this part is all new here. And there used to be houses over here on the right hand side. You can see some are still there, but they're condemned. Okay, and there was a trailer park here on the right hand side where all these rocks are. Gone. In the river they went. Nobody died, no. Nobody died here. But 2 people did die on another part of the near Whistler on the road, a road washed out, and they still haven't found their bodies. Yeah. it was March of 2020. Well, you guys survived the Coquihalla Highway.
Yeah.
The highway through hell. Well done, Al. Great job.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This highway opened in 1995. 1995. All right. I'll show you where all that rock for the riverbeds come from. Have a look at this. This used to see where they're breaking it all up there.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be a huge, big mountain. Well, not a huge one, but a big mountain there, like a big bump. That's where they're breaking up all the rock to take to make the riverbed bigger. now ended on the yellowhead number 5, and we've merged onto highway number 1. Back to the Trans-Canada Highway. Okay? This is also where highway number 3 comes. Highway number 3, so when we get to this point, it splits. Highway 3 goes to the southeast. Highway 5, the one we came down, goes to the northeast. Okay? And then the highway number 1 on the far side goes further north and then east. Okay? So they all meet in the town of Hope, which is where our next stop is going to be in about 10 minutes. Has anybody seen the movie First Blood?
Oh, yeah.
This is where it was filmed. This is where Mr. Rambo was, and you can have your picture taken beside a wood carving sculpture of them. Where we're going to park. Yep. So, Hope is the wood carving capital of Canada. Yes, so you're going to see some neat wood sculptures. Hope you make it. Has anybody ever drank Nestle water before? Yeah, Rambo. And then just keep following it.
So there is Hope Town. Only 1,800 people.
And I'll show you where the little town is if you could go get a coffee if you like. We're only going to have a short stop here because we do have to get to the ferry terminal. And we're about 2 hours from there.
Curling club.
Okay, have a look on your right hand side coming up. Have a look at this statue right here of a grizzly. Nice little eating right there. And his little buddy, little cub. And they're going to get some salmon. Have a look on the left hand side. We have a bloke that's chopping down some trees.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay, some more sculptures here on your left hand
I see.
side.
Mhm.
And on your right hand side, we got another big bear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the boss. Hey, check out that bird. Yeah. All right. And I'll show you a spot called the Blue Moose that you can run in and go grab a coffee and a little pastry if you like. They have apple fritters that are to die for. Okay, save me one, please. Nice mural on the left-hand side here. Welcome to Hope. Hope we get out of here.
That's nice.
Nice hanging baskets, eh?
Yeah, flower.
There's another sculpture with an eagle and a salmon. They're fighting over a salmon, eagle and a bear. Not a bad little town, is it? Look at the surroundings. Look at the
Oh
mountains.
yeah, beautiful.
If anybody needs a bank, there's one on the right-hand side, CIBC. But we're just gonna go park by the park here, so you can have a little look around. Straight in. Oh, sorry, someone. So they even have a little cinema in town. Okay, here he is. So last year was their 40th anniversary of the movie First Blood. Now, if you want to see a Sasquatch, he's over here. He's over here, look, hiding behind the sign if you want to go see a picture of the Sasquatch. Okay, now, in the movie, the City Hall, that was the police station. That they blew up, right? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. The trailer parked right where he's not supposed to.
Сейчас я сделаю панорамную. Вот так. Красиво здесь. Представляешь? Называется Хоп. Да. So river is nice. Free.
Here's your last couple of sculptures coming up on your right hand side after the light. These are fun. A wizard. A little wizard. Yeah. Rotary Park here. Look at this. There you go.
Yeah.
Isn't this fun? Yeah, great sculptures, eh?
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay, well, while you guys were doing your thing, thank you by the way for the fritter. Very nice of you guys. While you were doing your thing, I was on the telephone to my lovely wife. So I'm having to leave you. Yeah. But there will be somebody meeting us at the ferry terminal named Nancy, who just finished a tour in Vancouver. Okay, she is a guru. You guys will love her. She's amazing. Unfortunately, I have to leave because of this family emergency. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about it myself. So, not good news that I wanted to hear. No. So, what I'm going to do is to try to make life easy for Nancy. I'm going to have everything sorted for her. She's wonderful. You guys will love her. She's a ball of laughs. Okay, she's been with Destination America for a long time. Okay, she's run all of the insights, the cost savers, the photographers. It's really good what she does. So it'll be a nice easy transition. I told her that you guys are a complete pain in the ass. I told her that you guys are, a great group gelled together. So she's excited to meet you guys. She's going to take you over to Victoria and Vancouver for the rest of your trip, which I hope you would enjoy. Dinner and the other thing you'll help you'll pay Nancy. Okay, so she'll collect that from you. All right. So I will put on the music. I've also sent her a copy of the music. Well, yeah, my car's at my parents', which is close to the ferry terminal, so that's why I decided, so I can at least get my car and get where I gotta get to the hospital. actual type of corn, and it's a very sweet